or desire, then I'm happy. No, it will never happen. Forget it. If you think I'm happy, I will be happy, there's no will be happy. Happiness is the present moment. What we learn in Buddhist psychology is you should create a happiness without any reason. Yeah? Without any reason. The childish man thinks, I am happy when I get the best job in Split. I'm happy when I have the best house near the sea. I'm happy I have the best woman or best man. This is Bollywood. You know Bollywood? It's a psychological torture because two people are dancing around a tree 3 hours and singing. Then you think this is happiness. It will never happen. Bollywood is selling a dream. Reality looks different. Mahatma Gandhi told the desire, if you say, I'm happy when I have this, have. Happiness is a question of being. There is a great German philosopher, Erich Fromm. He said, no, happiness has nothing to do to haben, to sein, to be. You have to learn to be happy. Not if you have this and that. And the great yogi and great yoga, nowadays people think you come here in this beautiful place to do yoga, and yoga thing when you could put your feet behind your ears, that's yoga. That is like a gymnastic, you know. I was grown up in Tibet. I grew up in communist time. I went to school. We do a lot of gymnastic, like a communist gymnastic, socialist gymnastic. It's the same. And when I was a kid in the school, in communist school, I hate this. I was always try to hide in the school under the chair like this, and that communist time is very strict. You have to go out and make the gymnastic. After I came to Nepal, with 12, 13, I joined a monastery school, and there I learned. What I learned in that, I learned to think peaceful. First time to human beings. Until I was 12, my education was you have to learn to hate. Who you hate? The capitalism, the imperialism. That was we was told in the school. This is your enemy. And the biggest friends of China at that time was Romania, you know, like the Ceausescu guy. You think now how crazy the people is. We are all grow up in a crazy way. And then I went to Nepal in a monastery. I learned first time not to hate, to love. Even to love your enemies, to love everyone, to love the cows, to love other people, to love the tree, respect the plants. This for me in my life as new education. So then I came with 13 years, I came to Switzerland, joined my monastic education under 2 or 3 great masters in Tibetan Buddhism. So that was for me one of the greatest things happens in life. So in the Buddhist psychology, you are not happy because you have too much wishes, too much grasping desire. If you don't stop your wishes, desire, you will be never happy. The energy of desire goes through the left nostril. The energy of desire, grasping, flows through the left nostril. And as I told you, when I was a child in a communist time in Tibet, our life education was to hate the capitalism, the other one. This hate education, which is now in Europe also dominating. In Europe, the energy is not love, compassion in the culture of Jesus and Buddha. It is the culture of hate others. This energy in the country brings war and suffering in the country. But if you have this energy of not liking, I told you, when I came to Nepal in the first monastery, I learned as a child the education to love everyone. So the loving kindness is the antidote of not wanting, not liking. Everything that you don't like, you say, I don't like this, I don't want this, I don't think this is good, and hate. This energy flows through the right nostril. So in the yogic tradition of Himalayas, when the yogini and yogi wake up early morning, before the sunrise, they will check the energy through the left or right nostril. Because these two emotions makes you unhappy. And there is a technique how you check, find out through which nostril is more energy flows. And you try to balance the energy. If you balance, the energy, the prana or chi can flow through the central channel, which we call Sushumna Avaduti. And there you can get emotion and mind in a balance. So first thing is put left hand like this. On the left hand, your right hand. And your fingers in the middle of the two nostrils. Left, desire, right, aversion, not liking. And try through which nostril comes more air. Exhale through the nostril. On each of us, please find out through which nostril comes more air. Find out yourself through which nostril comes more air. Only those people who have more energy coming through the right nostril, we close the right nostril like this. You put the finger like that and close the right nostril and turn your face to the left and exhale through the left nostril a few times. Strong exhale. Then those people who have through the left nostril more air, you close left nostril like this and turn your head to the right, close the left nostril, and exhale through the right nostril a few times. Then our legs are crossed. And put your hands first like this and try to stretch your spine. And then the left hand below the navel, on that, the right hand, the thumbs touching. Your elbow is not like this, touching the body on the side, stretch to the side. Your chest is open. Your neck, arms, shoulders are relaxed. Your chin bent a bit, and lips and teeth naturally closed. Your eyes on the top of your nostril. This is the position of calming your mind. Don't wish anything. Don't desire anything. All the thoughts for the future that you like to wish, the release of like this kind of thoughts. The energy flows through the left nostril, the desire, the wishing, grasping. Don't unlike anything, like sickness, death, and problem. Don't dislike anything. Disliking, don't like, and hate brings disharmony and suffering in life. This energy which flows through the right nostril be free from all kinds of thoughts, liking and disliking. Be like a tree in a nice forest. The tree is there with the roots deep in the earth. And feeling the power of the earth, water, the beautiful color in the leaves of the tree, the energy of the sun, the fire, and soft wind through the leaves, the energy of the wind, in the openness of the sky, the energy of the space. The Mother Nature gives you everything to be happy. The symbol is that you don't have to do anything. The Mother Nature gives like a mother the milk that you can survive. Breathe air and thankful to the nature. Feel the warmness in your heart, in your body, and they're able to see through your eyes. This is the power of fire. Be thankful that you can see. And you can see all the beauties in the nature. You see the birds flying in the sky. When you see the birds flying in the sky, in that present moment, you are in meditation. Like the Holy Francis of Assisi, who are talking to the nature, to the animals. This is yoga of mind. Yoga brings you peace, harmony, and nature of happiness, which has nothing to do with desire, grasping, and wanting more. Because in the nature is everything there. You just have to feel. Look in your heart. Feel your heart. Feel your body. From top of your head, down below your body, you feel the energy of the earth in the navel center, in the navel chakra. You feel the energy of the space, of the universe. In your heart center, you feel the warmness, the fire energy in your throat chakra. All the universe is in your body. The water in your eyes, in your body, is the water of the most far stars in the universe. Each drop of water in your body is the energy of the universe. And you are the universe. Feel the heartbeats of the macrocosmos in your body, in your heartbeat, in your breath. Inhale, exhale. You feel the rhythm of the nature. 21,600 exhale, inhale in the tradition of yogic tradition of Himalayas. In the energy of sun and moon, in day and night, in 24 hours, you feel this rhythm of the power of sun and moon we call Hatha. Hatha yoga. Hatha means sun and moon. And like the earth is a child of the energy of sun and moon, and we are the children of this Mother Earth. You don't need anything. The Mother Earth gives you everything. Therefore, feel like the tree in a forest without any expectation. Just breathe. Your breath, which is slow and soft, coming and going through your nostril, brings to the present moment. Often we think, in the future, I will be happy when I get and become this and that. That is, in the realistic illusion. If you don't learn to be happy in the present moment, you will never be happy. It's not logical. How can I learn in that situation, even you break your leg or your arm, to be happy? Everything in the teaching of Buddha, the enlightened one, says, your mind is the creator. everything exists. Phenomenon comes of the power of your mind. In the teaching of Buddha, there is no creating or creator like a God. You are the creator of your life. There is no heaven after the death where you can go. In the teaching of Jesus and in the teaching of Buddha, Jesus says, das himmlische Reich ist in dir, erkenne es. The paradise is in your heart. Feel that. Create the paradise in your heart, not in the future, not in the past, in the present moment. If you feel this happiness, silence in the present moment, they need a technique. This technique is meditation, dhyana. Only through meditation you can feel through shamatha, samadhi. You can learn, feel the present moment. Our breath, meditation, anapanasati, inhale, exhale. In everyday life, you can create your happiness. Take time, like 10 minutes or 15 minutes, every day in the morning, when the sun, before the sun touched the earth, the time between the night and day is a powerful time to sit 10 minutes, 15 minutes, like now. Just sit. Don't think. Don't wish. Be there like a tree and breathe. Your breath will lead you to your inner harmony. We are not monks, masters, mahasiddhas who lived 10, 20, 30, 40 years in a monastery in the Himalayas. We are normal persons in a modern time in Europe. So most of your thoughts makes you more trouble. Therefore, just sit and don't think. Because in the teaching of the enlightened one, the true nature of your mind, the source of your thinking, chit, is pure. It's shining like the sun. Some days we are sad, lots of problems, we feel weak, and lots of worry. It's like a bad weather situation, not in Split, but in Switzerland. Lot of, or German, law or England, lots of clouds, foggy, wet. I like this emotional, you feel like this. In life, many times in your life, you think life is like this, foggy and wet, and cold. But you often forget behind these clouds, there is the sun. So this is your choice, how you identify. You can identify with the sun, or you can identify with the clouds of your thoughts, suffering thoughts. When you identify yourself with this bad weather, clouds, and dark, of course you suffer. If you identify with the sun, every time and every day is sunny. Buddha taught to the monks to identify with the Buddha nature, which is your true nature. Buddha taught, identify with the sun. And then every day is sunny. When you sit and identify with the Buddha nature, with a pure, enlightened quality, all your worry, desire, wanting will disappear. Like the clouds, where it comes, suddenly the clouds come together and the weather is gray. Then also the clouds will disappear themselves. You don't have to do anything. And then the sun is shining. Then the sun is shining. Master Eckhart, in the 13th century, one of the most educated Catholic monk. He was professor to the University of Paris. His mind education was very high in the church. And he said, each of us, we have a small fire of Jesus in your heart. And you can bring this small fire to our explosion. This is the job of all Christian people, to bring this small fire to a big explosion. He said, in our heart, we have a seed of a Jesus, small one, which is very small. From this small seed, it grows a big tree. This is the same teaching as Buddha and a lot of enlightened masters in 12th and 13th century in the Himalayas. The same teaching. In us, we have a Buddha potential. We have a seed of Buddha we call Tathagata Garbha. And the job of us in life is to bring this small seed to a beautiful tree. Therefore, the word Buddha means in Indian language, Buddha means open, like a flower. Buddha means awake, because we don't know in every day how we can reach happiness. Happiness is the aim in Buddhism. For happiness which lasts forever, we call nirvana. Nirvana is the opposite of all kinds of suffering that we create ourselves through our thinking. Because our mind is the creator. Therefore, Buddhism is not philosophy. Buddhism is not a religion. Buddhism is actually psychology. This meditation, what we are doing now, is like a psychotherapy. In Buddhism, it doesn't exist. Buddhist psychotherapy. Some Western teachers, they created this. It doesn't exist. Because we, in Buddhism, we therapy ourselves. Because it is needed. All of us, we have some psycho problem. I have the psycho problem. When I shut the door of the hotel, I have to check 3 times. This is not good. Sometimes with the 16, I did kung fu, fighting sport. My hands is rather strong. It can be the door is broken. All kind. I mean, some people has other problems, psycho problems. So in Buddhism, we don't go to a psychotherapist, make an appointment. And psychological hospital is in Zurich, Switzerland, is overbooked. It's full. If you are not younger than 50, you don't get any bed. It's completely fully booked. Mostly in the places where not normal people live, places where wealthy people live, famous people live, powerful people live. All these hospitals, recent months I heard, is fully booked. So that is the proof. If you wish to be famous, to be powerful, to be wealthy, this is illusion. This is illusion. The Buddha, when you look at Buddha statue, the Buddha has a big ear and 2 holes in the ear like a woman. That means the Buddha says, when I was a prince, I had the big ornaments on my ear, the most beautiful jewels. I put it away. Because it doesn't make happy. Better is you have diamonds in your heart. Most precious diamonds in your heart. What is this? The most precious diamonds that you have, ornaments, is how Buddha talks, is the pure love. The most precious, the source of happiness is the loving kindness. Exactly the same is talking about this also Jesus. Because it doesn't matter if you are spiritual interested or religious woman, man. In this earth, on this earth, millions of people was born and millions of people was dead. 2 people, the human, don't forget, Jesus and Buddha. Why not? There are 2 normal people. There are 2 normal. The Buddha dies in an old age, over 80, in a normal way. Jesus, very young, died in a cross, like a normal people, not like a God. The main thing is the teaching of Jesus and Buddha is the teaching of love and peace in the heart. And His Holiness Dalai Lama says always, the most important thing is in life is to be pure heart. In Dharmapada, in one of the most beautiful teachings of Buddha says, is your heart pure? and filled with love, luck will follow you like a shadow that follows the body. You can say to your shadow, don't come with me. Oh, shadow, don't listen. Devil is always with there. You can say, I don't like to be happy. I don't like to be happy, but the happiness will follow you. If your heart is pure and filled with pure, unconditional love. This love, when Jesus is talking, Buddha is talking, is not like Hollywood and Bollywood love. I love you, for that you have to love me. If you love another person, you have a problem. This is a real, not love. Love never causes suffering, emotional, in the world, in your heart, and the world. And therefore, sit and relax like a tree. Because your heart and mind is pure. It is in the mountain like a small lake. Like a small lake in the mountain. This water is clear like a crystal. When you put a stick in the water and you turn, earth and sand will come to the surface. The water becomes dirty. That is exactly what we are doing most of the day. We think too much. A lot of things it come in the surface of this water. The meditation master says, throw away the stick, and earth and sand will go naturally down. And the water is clear, open themselves. Relax in the present moment. Don't do anything. Don't think. Just letting go everything. Be like a tree in a forest. And your breath, which is in front of your nostril and deep to the navel, brings you to the present moment. Listen to your breath. Aware to your breath. Mindful to your breath. From breath to breath, moment to moment. So then we make a break until 11, 20 minutes break. To create with great braveness. In everyday life, we are to get too used to wrong posture, wrong thoughts, wrong emotions. In the meditation, we will take the right posture and the right culture of thinking and mind. Therefore, we have to say to ourselves, now I will take the time to reach peace and harmony. Not only now, also to put a precious seed in my heart, a seed of harmony and peace. And for this, I will take the time and the space for that. And the posture is important because in our body, there is an energetic body. The energy body has 27,000 channels. Nadis, energy channels. In these energy channels, the energy of prana and chi. The prana is important. How our mind and emotion works. If the prana, chi, and lung is in a great harmony, our mind and thoughts, we feel this harmony. Therefore, our feet are crossed. Our spine is straight. Our chest is open. Neck and shoulder are relaxed. Our left hand, which is wisdom and female power, we put 4 fingers below the navel. Our right hand, the energy of the sun and pure love, we put above, and the thumbs are touching soft. Elbows are not land on the body, but stretched. It keeps your mind awake and aware. Your chin is bent a bit. Your teeth and lips naturally closed. Your eyes is on the top of your nose. meditative mind is silent. Meditative mind is silent. It is not the silence which thought can conceive of. It is not the silence of a still evening. It is the silence with thought, with all its images, its words, and perceptions, has entirely ceased. This meditative mind is the religious mind. The religion that is not taught by the church, the temples, or by chants. The religious mind is the explosion of love. It is this love that knows no separation. To it, far is near. It is not the one or the many, but rather that state of love in which all division ceases, like beauty. It is not of the measure of worth. From this silence alone, the meditative mind acts. It's curious how all important meditation becomes, how all important meditation becomes. There is no end to it, nor is there a beginning to it. It's like a raindrop. In that drop are all the streams, the great rivers, the sea, and the waterfalls. That drop nourishes the earth and man. Without it, the earth would be a desert. Without meditation, the heart become a desert, a wasteland. Meditation is one of the greatest arts in life, perhaps the greatest, and one cannot possibly learn it from anybody. That is the beauty of it. It has no technique and therefore no authority. When you learn about yourself, watch yourself. Watch the way you work, how you eat, what you say, the gossip, the hate, the jealousy. If you are aware of all that in yourself, without any choice, that is part of meditation. So meditation can take place when you are sitting in a bus or walking in the woods, full of light and shadows, or listening to the singing of birds, or looking at the face of your wife or child. Be aware of your present moment. Bring the awareness and attention, mindfulness to your heart and mind, how it feels. In Dharmapada, Buddha taught, is your mind and heart pure, happiness will follow like the shadow follows your body. Is your mind filled with hateness, desire, jealousy, the sufferings, all kinds of sufferings will follow you. One great master says in the West, when the Buddhism came to the West, the tradition and way in the West culture is to put somewhere and the people put the Buddhism to the box of religion. He said, no, Buddhism is not religion. And then they say, should they put the Buddhism in the box of the philosophy? No, Buddhism is not philosophy. Because you can think about forgiveness. You can write and make great philosophy of the efforts of forgiveness. You can write over 20 books, but if you are not able to forgive your partner, your children, your parents, your neighbor, it doesn't work. It just makes nonsense. You write 20 books about forgiveness. The first step is you forgive. The experience of forgiving something when your partner, your ex-man and husband, you forgive. This power is immense. This is like a power of love. If you love one animal, if you love pure love to one person, this pure love power of one person love to one person or one animal is immense power. If you love all people, if you love all animals in the world, in the universe, how is this energetic power? Then in the teaching of Buddha, everything is energy. If you see a material world like a table, like a bottle, before the table, house, and bottle is space. 90% of an atom is space. Before the space is just energy. And energy is chitta, chit, mind. It comes. The creator is the mind. So therefore, the Buddhism is more psychology than religion or philosophy. Even in the Western culture, the philosophy is the psychology is something new. If you like to study psychology, in the West, for instance, in America, it started end of the 19th century. One of the great scholars, William James, he is one of the first man scholar who studied psychology, end of 19th century. And he learned a lot from Hinduism and Buddhism in one of the oldest or the most important university in the States. Because Buddha is one of the first teachers in the world who says, your luck, your happiness, it's nothing to do with the power outside of you. So you can't give the responsibility of your happiness to a Brahman, to a God. No, your life, for the happiness of your life, you are responsibility. This is the beginning of psychology. Because if everything comes from your mind, then you have to study. Then you have to study about how your mind works. what kind of action of your thoughts makes you happy, and what kind of your thoughts make you suffer. It is very important early in the morning, before you start your day, think about this. And then the wish to be happy, all people have this. It doesn't matter which culture, which religion you belong. Not only human beings. If you will look the animals in Africa, when you look the animals in the ocean, all kinds of fish and animals, living creature in the ocean, they will develop techniques, protect themselves or not to be eaten. If one plant grows in the mountain, a group of goats and sheep, animals go through. When they eat the flower, and the flower will react to protect themselves, and they will produce something that keep this animal away. This is the ground, nature, and wish of all human beings, of all creature, living creature, to be not harmed, to look for happiness. Why? Because happiness is your true nature. Because happiness is your true nature. Not the jealousy, not the hatedness, not the desire. The true nature of your mind is pure. The pureness of your true mind. Happiness is true nature. One of the greatest masters, Loten Rinpoche, he is talking about this. Happiness is true nature. One another great Tibetan master started in the 60s and 70s in America, Trungpa Rinpoche. He is talking in his own language like this. He says, there is in our nature Samanta Bhadra, which is all good, the goodness of us. Kundu Zangbo. Zangbo is good. All goodness is our true nature. In the nature, in the animal, in our human heart. And he explains like this. Early morning, you get up, you awake from the sleep, and that day you feel very tired. And you feel very exhausted and sad, and you feel so bad and weak, and you don't like to get up and go to in the day activities, because you think, I will stay in my bed. And then you get up or go to the window and you open the window and then you see the great nature with the beautiful flowers, the birds, the water, the sky. And then you look back to your bed and then you have no desire to stay in the bed. You have the desire to go out to the nature. So the all good, Kundu Sangbo, Samanta Badara of nature, this has the power to create the peaceful mind. If you connect with this all goodness is everywhere. And this is the pure nature of our heart. In the great meditation tradition of Mahamudra, the great masters bring this example with a small water lake in the mountains of Himalayas. The water is pure and clear like a crystal. But if you put with a stick inside and move, earth and sand come to the surface. And the master is saying there is only one technique. Put away the stick. Let everything be. And then your mind will clear themselves. Your mind will clear themselves. One of the greatest masters of meditation and Buddhism, Thich Nhat Hanh, says, early in the morning, when you get up, you have water in your hand and you have your garden. In the garden, you have a lot of karmic seeds. Karmic seeds. Then every day when we act in this life and many lives before and before in the past, we spread everywhere the seed. When you get up early morning, you say to your neighbor, hello, with smiling face. You put a positive seed in the ground of your mind, alaya. This is like a hardware in computer. All the information is there. When you get up and you see a human being, you look like a hateness, jealousy, you put also one seed. And all this seed, bija, we call, or kleshas. Kleshas is like you work in the kitchen with the onion. You cut the onion, and after you have the smell of onion in your hands. That's a karmic smell. You all we have in that, like a seed in the garden. That is beautiful in the Buddhist psychology. Not the God, not your parents, not your partner decide. How is your day? You decide how your day will be. So you put the water to the seeds of hateness, desire, jealousy. What will grow? That one. If you have the seeds of loving kindness, wisdom, all these great positive seeds, you put water, what will grow? The positive things. That symbol is karma. Karma is action. And we human beings can act only through doors, through the thoughts through the communication, speech, and through our body. Precious, peaceful is the teaching of Buddha. Now we make a break. Again, 20 minutes. 20 past 12. So sit and relax. Don't hurry. You don't have to hurry anything. Some people whole their life is doing something and hurrying. They have no time for the happiness. And in the Western culture, after the death, you lie in a peaceful place. On top that is written from which year till which year you are hurrying. Getting up morning, 5 o'clock, coming back 6, 7 o'clock, even you have no time to eat with your family. And now you have time to rest. That's not the Buddhist style. How we think in Buddhism, we are nomads. When you ask the nomads in the Arabic country, in Central Asia, in Mongolia, in Tibet, Where are you going? What do you think the normals will say? We are traveling whole the life. What is stupid question where are going? Normals are from there, over there, and this place, follow the grass and look to the sky. And they don't have a watch like this. This is an idea of a man. This will show where you have to go to work. This doesn't work with the nature. And India says, I don't do with this GMT stupid thing. I don't do. When you go to India, you will see the time difference is India very funny. India says, I don't do this stupid time thing. It comes from West. The nomads look in the sky, and one sky shows the quality of the grass. The other star shows in the morning the energy of the nature. In Europe, we still know it's a summertime or winter time. Still no idea, they can't decide. So because you are not working with the nature calendar is with the energy of the moon. You see in the mother, female body, all from the moon, cycles of the moon, you will show in your body. And we look in the nature. The nature, we are part of the nature. And the nature mother gives you everything to be happy, to be relaxed. That's wisdom. One of the main cause of suffering is ignorance. What is ignorance? Ignorance is not that you don't know how to drive a car or how to make a car. Ignorance is you don't know your feelings, your thoughts, which leads to happiness, or which kind of thoughts and emotions leads to suffer. Like Jesus says, the pure land, das himmlische Reich ist in dir. It's in your heart. Nirvana is discovering this pure land of happiness. This pure land of happiness. And how can we do this? In everyday life, we are slaves of our own thoughts. We are lots of hours and minutes are lost in our thoughts, fears, hopes for the future, memories, sadness, disappointment, what is happened in the past. And only the meditation. Now we know what is meditation, because the word meditation in Indian words is dhyana. Dhyana. Dhyana you cannot translate in other cultures' language. Meditation is the wrong word. Contemplation is the wrong word. Pure linguistic translation is not right. And we Tibetan translate the Indian word dhyana, gom. Gom means getting used to a behavior of thinking and feeling which is good, which leads to happiness. If you sit like this, your spine is straight, your open chest, this is good posture. And if when you are getting used to this, when you sit or when you walk, it's good thing for your heart, your lung, your breath, your energy, your sushumna. All the energy is good. That kind of meditation in a good posture. Or good posture of mind will be saying, just for today, I will never with intents harm others. When you say this in the morning, this meditation. Unintensely, when we walk on the grass, we will kill some animal, but I don't intend this. But with intention to harm others, saying something, looking in a way, this is not good. And then the meditation is to say yourself, just for today, I will never harm others, either in my speech nor in thoughts. If you have jealousy in your mind, in your heart, who you will harm? You will harm yourself. Don't do this intensely. So that is meditation in the Tibetan way to see the positive posture of body, mind, and breath. When you're breathing, take the breath deep below your navel. Below your navel is the part, the energy of female energy, Shakti. And when you take the breath deep to this posture, to the earth center, all your body calmness will come. This is also meditation. So, as we thought about, as we were thinking, what is Buddhist psychology? I told you already, in Buddhism, it doesn't exist psychotherapy to other people. In Buddhism, we do therapy to ourselves. To ourselves. The stage, how we do te, sam, gom in 3 ways. Te means listen. Listen means also study. Listen means in the worldly meaning to listen to the teachers of Buddha, to the masters, or you read the books about meditation, about happiness. And then that you read something or you heard something, think about this. This is very important. Think means don't believe. Because Buddha said this, one great master says this, I wrote this in an old book. No, you should think about this. Is this true or it's not true? This is samba. Think about this. Think about. And the third thing is gomba, means meditation. Because Buddhism or psychology in Buddhism is not a philosophy. So you have to put this in transformation, in cultivation. It is truly mind training. You can read about walking in the forest, how healthy is it? Not always eating too much and sitting. Oh, wow, I know. Walking every day 1 hour is a great thing. And then what you to do? You have to work. That's so simple as that. Therefore, Gom means meditation, but it means put in the yogic practice. In the yogic practice, practice means meditation in this awareness, and it starts always with, we started already in the meditation of sati, beware, mindful of our thoughts, of our emotion, of our thoughts and of our emotion. So when you think our emotion and thoughts, how it comes in the Buddhist psychology, how we can understand in Buddhist psychology. So we as a human, we live in the world of senses. We live in the world, everything, what we see. Wow, beautiful garden. I like it. And what we hear, oh, that noise of this traffic and car, I don't like it. Which is, it comes the sense of seeing and the sense of hearing. We say sight consciousness, hearing consciousness, smell consciousness, taste consciousness, touch consciousness. This is the 5 consciousness, 5 senses. In Buddhism, also our intellect, our mind, our brain is kind of sense, the 6th sense, which is mind consciousness. Everything what you see a person, the mind says this is a person or not a tree or not a car. The ability to distinguish. For example, everything what we hear, what we say, this sense is read through our brain. This one we say mind consciousness. Mind consciousness. So now we have a 6th sense, included our mind and our intellect. Then we have the 7th consciousness. The 7th consciousness is the ego mind. When we look children, when the children are very small, the children will say, Susan or Peter like to eat this, to eat that. And after the children get older, the children is able to say, I like this, I like to eat. This is I and me. This is the thought of ego. This is the 7th consciousness. I hate this, or I love this, wanting and dislike. And all your emotions comes from this 7th consciousness. From this 7th consciousness, the ego consciousness. from the I and me, seventh consciousness, to the things what we like. We have a desire. Through desire, we put a seed of karma. When we hear something which we dislike, people, something like that, we have hateness, don't like feeling. This puts also the hateness, we put the seed, karmic seed. Where we put this karmic seed to the garden, this garden is alaya vijnana. Alaya vijnana is the eighth consciousness in Buddhist psychology, where you put your all information of your acts, of thoughts, of your acts, of your feelings. So to understand these eight consciousness, if you are interested in the teaching of Master Thich Nhat Hanh, you have the most wonderful explanation about this. This is explained in the Buddhist tradition, Yogacarya, only mind school. Great explanation how our senses, how our thoughts works. So in Dhammapada, how Buddha explains, if your heart and mind pure, happiness follows like a shadow. If your heart and mind not pure, suffering will come. What kind of emotions? What kind of thoughts makes us unhappy and bring us suffering? Mainly, in everyday life, we started today's meditation with this. To the thing, objects, through the senses of seeing, hearing, that we like. Wow, beautiful garden. I like to stay there. Or you have very precious bell. Wow, I like my bell. And when you lose or break your bell, you suffer. Or you have the most beautiful Buddha statue, and if it's lost, you suffer. Even a Buddha statue can be cause of suffer. Why? The statue is not problem, it's your position of emotion. It's holding attachment. That's the problem. When you lose it, you suffer. To the other thing that you don't like, some kind of objects of other person, some behaving of other person, how she or he talks, how he or she looks or says, aversion, hateness, this cause suffer. So therefore, on the right nostril, we have all this emotion which we say don't like, and left we say that we like, have more, which is attachments and aversion. These two is main negative emotion. And this attachment and aversion comes where? It comes from ignorance. What is ignorance? It's the thinking, I like it, I don't like it. This I is the ego thinking. When you suffer, is there an ego? Even the scientists who are most the famous, the best scientists, they didn't discover the I and me in your brain. In your neurological thinking, it is kind of illusion. It doesn't exist. It is in our thinking of ego and I This seventh of consciousness, Manovijnana, is kind of illusion of ego. From that ego, we are not able to letting go. In one text, it is saying, Buddha is living in peace and happiness because a Buddha is thinking the happiness of others. We, normal people, are sad and suffer because we think only to our happiness. When I ask in this group, who is the most important person? When we are earnest, we say, me, I. If you like to do the good person, others. These are sometimes dangerous people. You always think we. I don't like this. What is your, you think you don't like this is the word? No. If you have a food like Thailand, everything is with chili, and for them, all food is good with is very hot. This is your ego conception, how you get used to it. And some people who don't eat chili, this food is not good, you can't eat it. So every perception of life comes how you grow up, how your ego is get used to. So the ego is a main thing that develop aversion, attachment. So then 3, the 4th emotion is pride. Pride has to do strongly with ego. And the 5th is jealousy. So these 5 emotions makes us suffer. Yeah, makes us suffer. These 5 emotions. Therefore, as we were thinking, actually, in the Buddhist psychology, we have 51 mental events. 51 mental events. Like the attachment, ignorance, pride, like this. And we have also positive mental factors in the Buddhist psychology. But in the everyday practice we practice this in the meditation and also in the yogic movements. So in the yogic movements, we work in our body. I mean, our body represents the whole universe. the whole universe. And the roots of the suffering are the 5 emotions. The 5 emotions. Then we have all these emotions we can purify through yogic practice. And these 5 emotions will purify the ignorance in the head chakra, the attachment we purify in the throat chakra, the aversion we purify in our heart chakra, the pride we will purify in our navel chakra, and the jealousy we purify in the sexual chakra. So, in this 5 chakra exercise, purifying the 5 causes of suffering, these are yogic exercises with the power of mantra and movements. We will do today in the afternoon meditation 7 to 8. And this kind of exercise help us because, as I told already, the Buddhist psychology is you have to do yourself. You have to therapy yourself. And there are lots of techniques taught by Buddha in different traditions. In the Theravada tradition, in the classical Buddhist tradition, we have the basic, the 4 noble truths. The first noble truth is suffering. The second is the cause of suffering. The third is there is a healing and freedom of this suffering. And the fourth is the path, the way of suffering. And the way of suffering, one is the wisdom, like insight. One is the ethic, the right speech, the right livelihood. And the third is meditation, mindfulness, and calm mind. Through this, we can develop and train our mind. This is the classical way in Buddhism. Then in the Tantric Buddhism, in the sacred teaching of Buddha, which is practiced mainly in Tibet or in Himalaya region or in Japan, Shingon, we have more and more techniques which we will do in this week. One of the most powerful techniques of mudra, how your finger and hand position can help to train your mind, to transform your emotions, and you have the power of mantras. Each mantra has the power. Man means mind, and tra means transformation. How, with this power of the vibration and sounds, can transform your mind and emotion. And then you have the tradition of the Tibetan body exercises, Tibetan yoga, Tsalung. These are the methods to transform the body, energy, and to purify thoughts and emotions. Oh, yes. I mean, also the same to the people here or in Zoom. 7 o'clock, we have the exercise to open the chakra, in which chakra we have the emotions, the 5 emotions we deal. And tomorrow and next tomorrow, all this program with mudras, mantras, ritual with fire, everything, it goes to purifying our negative thoughts and emotions. So thank you very much to join here in this wonderful space or at home in Zoom. Thank you.
Thank you very much for joining the workshop, and see you tonight at 7 o'clock in for meditation. Thank you.